All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Hajime no Ippo, Season 2, Episode 21. Hawk versus Hawk.
Yep.
Takamura versus Brian.
Yeah, versus Brian.
Let's go.
Yeah,
let's kill him.
This is happening. Takamura, you beat his face in so good that everybody knows that he faced you.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, crush
Junior
his teeth in.
middleweight, world title, championship match debut for Takamura.
The weight of a nation are in your fists right now.
The weight of the viewers, the weight of your buddies at the gym, your family, and the weight of your actual siblings' family as well.
Yeah.
And you're gonna carry that weight.
You are indeed. You're gonna carry it all the way to the finish line, even though there's no finish line. You're gonna get that belt.
And he's gonna go out with a bang. Or would that be more pow?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were saying that after the party he was after the fight he was going to get laid or something.
Well. But, that. I mean, I don't know. But
yeah. Hawk's going to get a pounding.
Yeah.
A real pounding.
We're going to clip those wings.
That's right. Ooh,
so, y'all, without further ado, let's get into it. Now. For a while. We're gonna see Takamura beat his ass, and then we're going to cry out joy as the blood flies. But then he's going to get back up, and Takamura's going to have to fight for his life. And then we're going to cry as his family cheers. And then his brother will even then give him some respect. And then it will keep going in such a beautiful way as Ippo cries for joy as his senpai defeats his foe.
We saw Hawk. Okay. Takamura has to win, right? But Hawk is huge.
But it's gonna go the distance, yeah. It's not gonna be quick.
Yeah.
It's gonna go for a long time. It's going to be one where Takamura literally has shattered ribs and stuff, you know. All right. Build it up again. Oh no! Just the bell's going. Here we go. All right. WBC World Junior Battle of Hawk. All right. He's just standing there menacingly.
He's starting to kill me.
Oh, I love this. They're getting a little closer.
I'll be in range soon.
Yeah. What the?
He's taunting him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. He's like, punch here. Yeah, Takamura is starting to look like he's being responsible, you know.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
All right.
All right. This reminds me of Ippo, dude. Oh my god. Oh crap. The other trainer is starting to smile. Here it comes.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
He totally dodged it. Wait, what?
Whoa! Takamura drew that quickly?
Wow. Okay.
No.
But what was that footwork?
Yeah. Oh my god.
That is insane.
What the hell is this? Oh my god! Oh my god!
All right. Wow, already
Jesus.
in the corner.
Oh, jeez! Oh my god! Whoa,
Holy shit.
whoa.
Okay.
Whoa!
All right.
I think it was an uppercut. Oh my god.
That is insane.
What is that kind of flexibility? Oh my god. And we're reversed completely now. Jeez. Get him in the liver right there. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What?
Jesus. What? Yep.
Yeah,
Oh god. What is happening? Dude!
I don't think we've ever heard the chief like that.
Go under. Oh my god, that
All
was
right.
lucky.
Okay.
That was so lucky. I completely underestimated Brian Hawk. Oh my god.
Yeah. No way.
Ah. Okay, we gotta worry about time now.
What I love about
I
this,
think we only
though,
have like 40 seconds left or something.
is that this is something where Hawk was all about having the natural talent, right?
Right.
This is the kind of thing that you would expect from that. Just completely unorthodox style of boxing.
Yeah. He moves like a gymnast or something.
Right.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Okay. Right, because if he can get the body blows on him, he'll slow him down, and then he'll be able to fight him on a more regular way.
Oh,
All right.
Oh, crap. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, dang it. He's analyzing Takamura. He's going to have a good plan for him in round 2. Crap. Oh. Because we're not boxing.
Yeah, this is fighting.
boxing.
This is
Yeah.
a fight between two animals.
Yeah.
That's
What the hell is happening? How? How does he do that? Right, you can't punch below the waist. Yeah. And so he leans back. Oh, that's why he doesn't train. Oh, just violence.
all right.
God. Oh
Wait.
no. Oh no.
What was that sound?
Come on. Come on. Come on.
God.
Oh my god. I mean, we got the bell. We need the bell. We need the bell. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
okay.
you. Oh! You bastard! Did you... After the bell was called...
No, I think the ref.
Oh, he did stop himself. Oh my god. Oh, okay, no, the ref did do it. Hey. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. He bounced back, but they have new information to go on here. So here we go. Okay. This is Date's, Date's insight. Damn, oh my god. Well, okay. Oh. Wow.
Gotcha.
Then in some ways it's kind of beautiful then.
Sure.
Like, it's
oh yeah.
It's when an animal evolves beyond the level of just a beast, you know, it becomes something that is just terrifying. Oh my god. Nice. Respect. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh. Dang.
I can't even fully handle him.
Oh, that's cool. The coach basically trying to give respect to Komagawa, basically saying, yeah, your fighter's just unlucky here.
Mm-hmm. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of those, like, the story of, like, the Monkey King or whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't remember all the details of it, but as far as, like, a fighting style that just seems terrifying that usually isn't appreciated, like, of just the crazy flexibility and attacks that you can't see coming.
From every angle, yeah.
Right, exactly. Like, if Takamura fights like a bear, you know, it's straightforward and strong.
Yeah. Spirit!
Yes!
Yeah! All right.
Some good levity. All right.
But not today. Not today.
Oh, man. All right, Takamura, go.
Footwork!
Wait.
Oh, jeez, let's go!
What? Oh.
Ah. Ah. Let's go.
All right.
Oh my god. God, I love anime. Let's go. Let's go. And then
but
left.
Wait, what? What? Oh my god.
Jeez. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh.
All right.
Oh, that's so clean.
And I love that he's still dodging, but it's not enough.
But it's all the left, though. It's all the left.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. If not for this.
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
Jab again. Oh. And now footwork. Oh, we're hearing a wind-up, dude.
Uh-huh.
It's even faster. Oh, here it is.
Oh, wait.
Here it is.
Okay.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, like a butterfly sting like a bee.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, the outboxers being like,
that is insane.
I don't know about that. That's a bit fast for me, even. Strength when it comes down to it is speed. Let's go. Speed is strength. Let's do this. Oh, he's pissing him off a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's getting angry.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, and as Hawk's coming towards him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
His feet left the ground.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but it didn't do as much.
Shit.
It didn't do as much. Okay, so that was an intentional bit. Okay. What? Oh, I love how Hawk is like, he looks just kind of like, oh, this is impressive, you know?
But not fast enough. Oh my god.
Oh, God. Oh, the sound effect. Oh my god.
All right. Okay.
Oh my god. I can feel it.
Knocked down.
Oh crap.
Shit. Alright, take your little bit of time and then get back up.
Yep, breathe. He's scared.
Yeah.
Look at his eyes.
Right. He's terrified.
That's what a down is. Hey, don't get in trouble here.
Right.
Yeah. Because then that can have a problem on the rest of the fight. Steady yourself, Takamura. Steady yourself. Yep, that's okay. That's okay. That's gonna get exchanged later.
Yep. All right, there we go.
Okay, that's it. All right. I'm glad they didn't do it mid knockdown, you know?
Oh yeah, uh-huh.
That would have been a bit dickish.
Right, because we know that Takamura's gonna get back up. The question is what changed because of that?
Right. So now we know that he's literally in the shock of like he's feeling his own mortality, you know. It's the thing of where he's like that could have been not only worse, that could have been a knockout. And you know, it seemed like he casually also knocked me down.
Right. Because
Takamura that wasn't the strongest punch even. The strongest punch was the one he gave that he missed on the corner.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I believe that was even a left. I'm not even sure. I'll go back and check. But
I think either way it was something where they were both moving towards each other, so it had that duplicate effect.
Right. It just doesn't feel like it was his strongest punch in that regard. Yeah. Y'all, I just gotta say, this is already, in the first episode of this fight, one of, if not the best fights in Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah, I think this one's probably gonna take the cake.
It's already just up there in the S tier of fights in this show. It reminds me so much of the unique terror that was the Mashiba Ippo fight. Because we have a boxer that has a fighting style that is so dramatically different and yet so ridiculously effective.
Yeah.
And yet what's actually going to, you know, eventually probably win out for Takamura, in this case as it was for Ippo, is just getting in there and doing the basics, keeping a nice clean boxing match where there's not necessarily going to be any hard counters here. He's just so strong and so fast that a lot of the things that makes him so terrifying are things that are pulling you away from the basics, will lead to your eventual destruction, Takamura. So
and it's,
this is just good stuff.
And it's really tough because the very basics that he'll need to hold to in order to beat Hawk are the things that Hawk specializes in dismantling.
Right.
Because because of just all his natural talent and everything, he doesn't have to fight like a regular person. Or rather, he doesn't have to box.
He doesn't have to box.
He just fights.
Yeah,
right?
That is such a good way to bring it up as well with his character.
Because of course.
Yeah, whenever these boxers get introduced that are the kind of the, okay, we have a new antagonist for our protagonist of choice that's getting the focus there, and they actually get some good characterization. Sendo's a great example of this. The boxing style mirrors who they are as a person
Yes.
perfectly. And this guy is an animal.
Right.
In as a person. He's just an animal. He's grotesque, he's over the top. He's just
driven
horny.
wholly by impulse and
exactly. And the thing is then when we see his fighting style, not boxing style really, everyone's like, this isn't boxing. This is something that is in some ways like antithetical to boxing. He's doing things that shouldn't be possible,
right?
Because scientifically speaking, in boxing, it doesn't work as well. Like the idea of having your back so far back there means that you're not able to utilize your core as much, theoretically, when you drive the punches.
Yeah, and certainly not having like your legs driving in through, your whole body or something like that, right?
Right. I think he might be able to get his legs into work a little bit because he's still planted to the ground.
Okay.
But I just know for a fact that there's almost no way you would be able to get as much core strength as you would from Takamura's punches, which are much more scientifically proven to have that. Like, you remember when Ippo like goes into that like full
and it shows
rotation?
all of the parts of the body engaging, right?
Yeah.
It's the reason that in freestyle swimming for the Olympics, everyone does crawl stroke because crawl stroke is the best.
Yep.
If someone were to randomly do like butterfly,
it's like, that's great, but you lose stamina so quickly.
It's just not as good.
It's excessive movement. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But because of how Hawk's built and everything, he does that and he completely takes people by surprise. Like it's
Hawk did not skip leg day. One of the things I wanted to make as a joke here in this fight is this is probably what makes him so terrifying, is that this is a guy who has legs for days. Just seeing how he moves in general. We were looking at his inverted triangle top, and y'all, like, that's terrifying. That's actually just horrifying.
But the fact that he can, because what I would expect from his style with that kind of inverted triangle top is that
he'd be bearing down on you.
He'd just be pummeling you. Just right.
But you'd feel those moments where he'd be like bringing you down to his level so that he can drive all that force from like the shoulders and the chest, and
he'd just be crushing you, right?
Right.
But no, he does that little thing where he drops to a squatting position and then just sort of dances away on his toes. Like no.
Right.
Like
he fights like a lion on the hunt. Like you see him like, okay, so have you ever seen a lion when they're jumping on something that's much bigger than them that has like that like frontal area of like defense, like an elephant, for instance? They like run out the side and then they like throw out their arms and then they like attack like the flank. And it's like they're flinging their whole body around like this. And it's just like, wait, what are you doing? And then it's like once they're on, they're on. And then they just tear them apart.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, he's so unorthodox in that regard compared to everything that we've seen that it's fun to watch.
Right.
But he's killing Takamura.
Because he breaks the rules, right? And it's great that he does, because one, it makes him more terrifying as an opponent, but it also helps reinforce why his ego is as ridiculous as it is. Because why should any of the rules of society apply to me? Because none of the rules of physics seem to apply to me. Yeah. I am a golden god.
Yeah.
You'd think that I'm, slower because I'm this massive. No. Look at me go. Like, you think you're fast? You don't have shit on me. Yeah. I can
King
dance
Kong!
around you. Right, like you...
Like, so true. And then the fight continues, and we see Takamura actually land really good, solid hits.
Yeah.
And one of the things I really liked about what made Takamura so terrifying here was once he starts winding up into things, you see that Hawk gives him that, like, in his corner, like, he's the best I've ever faced.
Yeah.
He's got the goods. And he's doing his whole, like, thing. And it's like, okay. But what he is saying is that, no. Like, this guy is just a cut above the rest. I can go kill him now? Like, I can go do this?
Really? Yeah.
I was like, I was kind of just messing with him for a little bit. And now he's like, okay, I'll take this seriously. I love that it came down to speed then. Because again, I'm gonna bring this up. He moves like a gymnast.
Yep.
He's got legs for days. 100%. This guy was not a boxer, but he did something else that trained his body at the very least, like way back when. I'll bet you anything. He was some kind of not necessarily an athlete even, but he did something that had his legs just like this. And it could be just, yes, he's a golden god genetics or something like that.
Yeah, maybe he just had the natural talent. Because he had the talent, it was always fun to do things like that. So he just sort of did it for kicks, you know?
Like Ippo was lifting, all that stuff at the docks and stuff, so his back muscles became so strong.
Right.
This guy could have some equivalent thing like that, and his whole body was made, a bit stronger, but maybe also, I as a runner specifically, I want them to, whenever they go and give this guy a little bit of extra exploration, because usually, in a fight that's got all this momentous stuff and the character doesn't have that much depth really going for them before the fight, it means it's going to come, in the fight or at the end of the fight or afterwards or something like that.
Sure.
I want him to go into that a little bit.
Well, I don't know if he did much running, but I know he got plenty of cardio.
Yeah.
But
that's definitely
one of the
case,
things that I really liked, though, was the dynamic between Hawk and his coach.
Yeah,
because I was there was a part of me that was
sure.
expecting it to be something where the coach is like, all right, come on, why don't you just do what I tell you or something like that. But he had it looked like they'd figured out a good dynamic.
Equilibrium.
Right, where Hawk had a respect for his coach, where he was actually like, I can kill him. It wasn't just like, I was going to do that anyway, fuck you, right?
Yeah.
But the coach was also like, he wasn't giving him super specific instructions,
which he was grateful for.
Right.
Because he was saying, I'm glad that this strength difference, speed difference is there already. Because, you're unlucky, Takamura.
Right.
Like, you don't know how to fight against this.
Sorry.
And then also he is a little bit stronger and faster than you. So, yeah, if we did have to come up with a plan to beat you because maybe Takamura had something that was really janky, and Hawk didn't know how to
around or something.
Yeah, he didn't know how to counter that specifically. Then he would have some problems because then probably Hawk's ego would come into play here, and he wouldn't be as receptive to the plan.
Yeah, I get the feeling that Hawk is probably the kind of person that, because it's the show framed it as it being fighting and just violence in general, not boxing.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that that's what he probably thinks about all day, like that, and women, like.
Well, yeah, he might,
yeah. But basically, he's probably imagining all the different ways all the time that he could basically inflict violence on people.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and that was what I was gonna say, is that it's all the same thing to him, probably.
Right, exactly. Just
everything in life is sex,
Right, it's all part of that sort of territorial dominance, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, probably. Hey, so I was right kind of in calling him a lion then.
I mean, I think it could go for just about any animal, but yeah, like it's hope, but he does have the golden hair, so there is definitely that, yeah. Yep.
And Takamura would be then the bear, right?
Oh, Takamura's definitely the bear. Yeah.
Right. So what I would like to see, because Takamura is in a bit of a pickle right now. He's taken two barrages that nearly or both kind of knocked him unconscious. I think one knocked him unconscious for like a little bit, like a half second or a second or something. But this one knocked him out for a good like 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds. It's all slowed down, so it might even be like as little as like a half a second. But the thing is that there was a point where they were like, Takamura, get up, wake up. And then he barely missed the big hit. The big hit that hit the corner.
Right, yes.
And that hit, I believe, was the strongest thing we've seen from Hawk thus far.
I believe
Hawk
so.
looked like he was utilizing traditional boxing methods, or just, traditional, I would say, full body utilization to give the most powerful punch he could have that would have been life-threating for Takamura.
Right, because I feel like
that kind of hit.
I feel like Hawk can box if he needs
totally.
to. He just finds that it's not as useful most of the time.
Right.
Because he has a different tool that he can use to counter some move that they're doing.
Yeah.
But if he needs to just throw a lined up, crazy powerful punch because the person's stunned and they're in the corner and this is going to take him out, he can do it. Right.
It's the thing of like, this guy gets so much positive reinforcement for his degenerative behavior outside of the court. Because he just keeps winning, and he keeps getting money, and he keeps getting women, and all this stuff keeps working for him, that inside the court we can see a reflection of that, where when he does things that are maybe not as effective in terms of traditional boxing, he then goes, but it works.
Right.
Yeah. In sports, this is one of the things that is a very hard thing to get around, is when you have frisbee, for instance, there's a throw called a hammer throw. A hammer throw is a dramatically effective throw at releasing the disc across a large bit of distance without float. Float is what slows down the time between it hitting your receiver and leaving your hands.
Right.
But a hammer utilizes the verticality of it so that it cuts and it drives down through the air rather quickly, so it's in the air for less time.
Harder to intercept and
yes, defense has less time to react regarding it there. However, if you throw it wrong, if you do it even the slightest bit wrong, it curves out at the end and floats so much that the entire world has enough time to get, underneath it and potentially make a defense here. So it's like, I get so much positive reception for it. Traditionally, though, you still should probably go for the more basic stuff because when it fails hard.
Well, but
so
if you're
what are the
that
ways
good,
that Hawk, exactly.
like,
so if Hawk is succeeding 99.999% of the time with this, what are the ways in which we can make it succeed only 99% of the time? Like, what are the ways we can get a shot in here?
And that's basically Takamura's strategy here. Like, the whole thing with the body blows.
You'll have to have one.
Right, yeah, right. Because, I loved the whole point that was brought up of, like, hey, even though he is built like a brick shithouse, if he doesn't train as much, then then his body should be more vulnerable to the body blows. And given the fact that he moves his legs around like crazy, if you can get those body blows in and slow down his legs, then you can actually lock him down and start to do some real damage, right?
Sure.
Because his speed, his power is terrifying, but it's his speed and everything and maneuverability combined with the power that make it truly a nightmare, right?
Yeah.
So if Takamura can get some good body blows in there, then I think he might be able to push Hawk to the point where he starts making mistakes because Hawk isn't used to getting really pushed. Because he so dominates his opposition.
Yeah, and one of the things that we can assume, I would say, just for the basis of this fight, is that Hawk is going to have nearly unlimited stamina. This is just
that's right.
This is just
Takamura
one of those.
Can't win the stamina battle.
So there's a couple angles Takamura can't win. Takamura can't win the stamina battle, the speed, or the strength battle, which I would say speed and strength are basically identical. You know what that means then? This is going to go into some classic Rocky stuff. He needs to win the mental battle. He needs to win the fight through the pain and overcome this with a sheer willpower. And this is getting into the good shit of just shonen, resolve, and just grit your teeth and bite the pain and just get.
But the problem, and this is one of the things that, as much as I hate Hawk as a character and is
as an antagonist, just
but for the role that he serves and as an antagonist and the way he fights, I love it. Is that he's not ignoring the mental battle. Right. That was one of the things that I really enjoyed that Date did against Ippo. That I felt like a lot of previous fights didn't really cover.
I agree.
Because it's sort of not as cool. But all the things that Hawk does, right?
Up to this match, leading up to it,
Up to this match and even in the match where he you think he's going to get the punch in after the bell, but instead he just, that's something that will get at Takamura up here.
Exactly.
Right? Yep. And the thing is that
it worked, kind of. Takamura is scared now.
Right. Yeah, that whole part where when Takamura actually got knocked down, and then he's like, wait, what?
Right.
Wait, hold on.
He was in shock.
I'm me. I don't get knocked down.
Exactly.
What was that? Like, that kind of stuff?
He nearly hit the ref. He was so angry he called it a down.
Yeah. So, I don't see how Takamura can win that either.
Okay, so here's how I think it's actually it's just set up to be this way. What makes Hawk so terrifying in his fighting style in combination with his mental battle kind of thing that he's doing really well in is that he is a performer.
Yes.
One of the things that makes a performer so powerful a lot of the time is their, what I would call, stage presence. So when he gets onto the stage, does anyone look anywhere else?
Right.
No, they look at him.
Yeah.
He draws the attention of so much. Then we look at his style. His head is all over the place because his torso is able to do things that are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, if Takamura gets hyper-focused on just punching in his stupid face, I think he's going to lose. Like you were saying, with the body blows. Because his head is going to be too far away for you to punch while he's bringing in these weird...
Yeah, you won't even be able to reach.
Yeah, exactly. So, the way you beat a stage performer is you ignore them. You ignore them. And this is the thing that Takamura can get in his head with. And this is where Takamura's the fool angle is just, it's so good.
Okay.
So
like
big brain here. What is more annoying about a choreographed stage performance thing where everything is just so like, and even if you're being a fool yourself with your like, and all that, what is more annoying than an actual like clown who's like just not even taking you seriously? Who's just kind of like, Now, Takamura, I don't think he's going to be able to get in that head state.
I don't think
No. But I think if you can maybe Uno reverse card that full angle a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit here. With the mental battle. I think what could make Takamura so good here is that he ends up angering him there. Because in those moments where Takamura barely like survives or something like that, Takamura can start playing with him a little bit.
Right. Because
and then he'll like it. I think that in some ways, he'll end up enjoying it. Hawk will be like, yeah, let's get into this, buddy.
Let's dance, baby.
Yeah. But in the long run, if Takamura stays up and keeps doing stuff like that, I could see some very cool psychological stuff going on there.
Right, because the way, I don't know how Takamura will necessarily get here. Maybe it'll be through what you're talking about. But he has to plant those seeds of doubt in Hawk's mind of, are you sure you're a golden god?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's
positive?
That's gonna take like 4 more rounds.
Dude. Like because
oh my god.
Because Hawk hasn't ever really had reason to doubt that, right?
True.
But if he has a point where the glass starts to crack, and then he's like, wait a minute. No, I am. But what if I'm not?
Yeah.
Then I could see that mental battle being won. I have literally no idea how Takamura will do that.
Right.
Other than maybe just by enduring, but he shouldn't be able to win an endurance match anyways.
Yeah.
So
but that's why it has to be the mental battle. So the big thing this episode that we really need to focus on is Kamigawa. Kamigawa, as a coach, had a lot of moments specifically where he was worried about whether or not he had failed Takamura. And this ties back to the stuff that we'd had in the previous episode about where they have their unique kind of not father-son kind of dynamic.
Right.
And Takamura, told Kamigawa, basically, oh, no, I know how much this means to you.
Yeah, I'm bringing you back the belt.
I'm bringing you back the belt.
Uh-huh.
And Kamigawa just, is so emotional. It's so good. It's so good. In this moment here, we had Kamigawa feel like he needed to slap the spirit into Takamura, and Ippo's like, "Hey, I remember that." And I'm like, "Oh, that's a good callback." But Takamura then says, "I didn't need that, old man. I already know how much pain you're in right now because of this. I gotta get the exact line."
It makes me hurt just knowing your feelings on this matter. Like that. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, let me get the bit in there where
Right. It'll be because I led him astray. It's so good.
Yeah, he says he's like, I know
I know how you feel so much that it pains me.
I don't need to be slapped. Yeah, I know how you feel so much that it pains me. What you've beat into me, I'm gonna pull it all out, so keep your eyes open. Boxing will work against the champion. And when Takamura shifts into, I am going to dance around you.
I'm going to pull out the anime effects because we're going there.
We're going there. I just fell in love with not only this fight, but I fell in love with anime all over again. What's something that's so simple that I've seen in so many different ways is something that I didn't expect to see in Hajime no Ippo. And I'm like, God, I love anime. This is why we come to anime, y'all, is that there are moments when a boxing match is really good, in real life. You're like, oh my God, this is so amazing. Yep. But then you're like, I would have loved to see that in slow motion at specific parts. In fact, we'll probably find ways where people have done that exact same thing where you see the punch coming in and then, and everything goes everywhere. But in this thing here, no. You can't see this in real life. No, it doesn't work like this.
And it totally wouldn't work if you actually saw someone going all blur mode, in a live action thing, unless it's The Matrix or something, right?
Well, but even then, it's still not gonna. You're not gonna accept it.
Yeah.
This is just another reason why anime is just wonderful. And you get this in a show that is very respectful to the medium that it's portraying the story through, boxing. So when it then stretches the bounds of, what's possible, basically, to show a dramatic visual perspective of what it would be like to be in the ring and to see someone move like this, your eyes can't actually follow them because they're moving so fast. Yeah, I totally buy that. Yeah. And then the idea of then everything distorts the color as you see Hawk coming in even faster, and you're like, what is this, a JoJo battle?
Right. This is straight up Aura versus Muda. And the thing is that because the stuff that they're doing, it's very much things where it's like, oh, okay, I get what's happening here, right? It's just narrative and visual flair in order to heighten what it looks like to have contrast between the boxing fights that we've seen before versus these gods among men that are in the act of throwing down, right?
Totally.
And the fact that we didn't see much of this, like the fact that the most anime thing we kind of really got in Ippo was like the green eyes, and then maybe you mentioned Mashiba, his whole flicker jab and how it was drawn looked very almost like, oh, what is this new technique kind of a thing, even though apparently it's a real thing.
Yeah.
The fact that we get that right here specifically, I'm so glad that we haven't gotten this up till now, right?
Yeah.
Because
it's like, no, this is reserved for the world title match.
Because none of those other fights would have deserved it. As amazing fights as those we have had up till now, didn't deserve it until now, right? Yep. And the whole thing of, oh, Miyata being like, I think he's even faster than me. Geez, and he's way above our, my weight class.
Right. And he should be slower if anything.
Right, exactly. Because, all that extra weight and everything. Like that's how that works,
Right. And he's not an outboxer. He's just not.
There's a reason that, big broadswords, knights in armor gave way to fencing, because you are faster, you poke people and they die, right? And
I don't know if the comparison works as well in my mind, but I see where you're going with
it. Here it's like, big beefy Takamura should not be as fast as me. That's literally what I do. Right. Oh, and then Hawk's just like, too bad.
It's too bad. I'm way faster.
I'm way faster.
Yeah. I also love that now the fight's actually begun. So one of the things that's classic in Ippo thus far is if you start off losing, you're gonna win. It's just usually how it works. Now, here's the thing. Takamura has basically now realized that this is the fight actually beginning.
Yes.
And it's an actual fight. Like, this is a brawl. The little commentary from Date about how this is basically like, what did he call it? He called it basically like Brawl Plus or Alpha Plus.
Oh, yeah, like right.
That. Yeah, and they're basically making the point about how this is basically just going to come down to this is brawling Alpha Plus, basically saying that brawling usually doesn't work in boxing because there's just more holes in brawling. You end up just leaving yourself open to too many punches.
That's why boxing exists.
But he's basically saying no, this is a level beyond that because there's no way that he's giving himself openings, because he's accounting for that and just systematically deconstructing what boxing is. So that's just cool to know that that's one of the things you can find at the world level. But then Takamura being put into that position there where he's like, that was just him warming you up, Takamura. The real fight is now that he's basically saying, no, I'm going to move actually fast now. It's that anime thing of this isn't even my final form.
Right, exactly. Because
but put in the way where our
this isn't even my final boner. Like, it's the
straight up.
Yeah. Keep stroking
erect.
You've got the goods. Let's go.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if they literally made the joke that his dick would be hard during the actual boxing match.
Oh, I don't doubt.
Be surprised.
I don't doubt. I mean, like he said before the fight, this boner just won't go away. That's why I need all the women I can find.
But his pants didn't distort in any way, so maybe the steroids went and did their duty.
Well,
so he needs all the women to compensate.
They actually shrivel up the balls. They don't shrivel up the shaft.
All right. Well, never mind then. Maybe not.
But
then he's actually probably packing.
But oh boy,
all right,
we are in this fight, And it is a fight.
And this is the first episode of the fight. Mm-hmm. Like, with the pace this is going, I expect at least 3 more episodes. Like, I literally expect maybe 3 total more, but like it might literally just be the rest of the season. Like, it literally might just be the rest of the season. Because then there's, I think, 26 episodes this season.
I believe
so. That would be 5 episodes.
Yeah. But one of the things that I absolutely love about how this fight is going here is that, one, there was all the buildup, right? So it makes sense that this fight would take a long time and all that.
Totally.
But with how this fight is shown, because the visuals of it are so different from what we're used to, both with the anime style effects and just also Hawk's fighting style being way ridiculous, right?
One that we have to kind of learn visually.
Right, one that we have to learn visually.
Yeah.
I am excited for it to take a long time, not just for the narrative tension of it, right? Because there's the narrative tension of it, of keep it escalating and things like that. You know, the Ippo versus Sendo fight. Yes, awesome, right?
Yeah, getting into them more as characters. Yep.
But in this one, just to see more of it, I want that.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
because it
just looks really good.
Yeah, it's just plain. Really it's just plain wonderful to see.
Yeah.
All the narrative implications of everything and all the dramatic weight behind it aside, right?
Totally.
So, all right, let's do it.
It's just a great anime fight. Like that's basically what this is boiling down to. And then I love that they're like, yeah, is this even boxing anymore?
No,
well, who knows?
Just violence.
It's just violence.
Yep.
So
for our entertainment.
Hey, Takamura, remember your roots, buddy.
Yep.
You came from street fighting, from street brawling.
That's true.
So maybe.
That's a good point.
Maybe Takamura get a little bit into that more violent side himself, where he wasn't fighting to knock them out. You know, he was fighting to just show how strong he was and just deliver pain.
Yeah.
I could really see, and this would be my weird way to theorize this with here, is that if Takamura gets so angry and so desperate, he taps into that little bit of the animal side, and it becomes about just delivering pain. I would like to see, personally, the equivalent of what we saw. I forgot which match it was previously, but just delivering a punch to the same spot over and over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
Just getting him in the body. 1, 2, 3, 4,
okay,
5.
Sure. And if you think about it, since we're bringing out the anime effects for this fight, you know, of like the shadow walking and the Aura versus Muda Muda, like
Yep.
Hawk has already used his inner beast. You know, that's his regular state.
Takamura used something like that.
Takamura uses something like that, right? But if we want to go for that thing of Hawk keeps getting better as the fight goes on because the boner keeps getting stroked.
Right.
We could end up getting a similar thing from Takamura.
I think we're going to get one more out of each of them, actually.
Yeah. And then it's
the
which one comes out on top kind of a thing. Like,
or which one can last the longest.
Sure. Well,
I know. That's the thing. I think what's going to happen is that Takamura's going to eventually have to tap into that resolve, you know, be able to push through it. Mm-hmm. And then at that moment, the fight will actually begin. And then we'll see him go full animal as well, Hawk. And then it's going to be just blood. It's just going to be blood everywhere. And then when that starts to go down, it then becomes a thing of who actually wants to win more. And at that point, I could actually see this being way more about Takamura's then desires of all the stuff that he's got behind him. And if they want to make this really, really good at that moment, that's when you start to go a little bit more into Hawk as a character.
Sure.
And like characterize him. Like not just
I mean, he's pretty characterized.
No, not characterize him, you know.
Right, but like, see a bit more of that depth and
exactly
multidimensionality.
Hey, again, I'm not harping on him being a bad character because he's a caricature. Caricatures are important.
He does it very well.
Very well. Yeah. I'm saying that he has potential to get that focus through maybe even the trainer. Because I love the stuff that they're doing with the coaches right now. Good stuff.
Yep.
So that's it for me. But yeah.
All right.
Good stuff.
Oh boy. I love that with the way it was set up, right? Like before this episode, even though we know that like Hawk is a certified badass, TM and all that stuff, right?
Yep.
Because of all this buildup and because of all the like the wonderful like support that Takamura has and everything and how awful Hawk is, we're like, Takamura has to win this. He's gonna bring the belt back to the chief because the show wouldn't be so cruel as to not do that, right?
Yeah.
But then
that's really a lot of what I'm basing this on.
Yeah, right. Same, right?
Yeah.
But then we get into it, and it's like, no, Takamura, like I know that what we were just saying.
Do you remember the Sendo versus Ippo match? We were so split on that one.
Right, but on this one, it's like Takamura has to win, like in here.
Right.
But he can't win.
No. I am the idealist. I see the 1 in 100 chance. I'm like,
I do
I'm
too.
like Yoda. I'm lifting the X-wing out of the swamp, and I'm like, it's there.
Right. Yeah.
You just have to believe. Size matters not.
Right.
Yes. It's all possible. Oh, but y'all, this has been an episode. This is a fight. Can't wait to get more into it. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general, and you can also talk with Jacob about the sci-fi novel that he wrote.
Yes. I wrote a sci-fi novel that also includes violence. If you want to check it out, it's on Amazon. Link in the description. Go check it out.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.